Hi there. Now, many of you that know me will know that I started my trading career almost 30 years ago now in the trading pits in the city of London. There we were, standing in the pits for 8 to 10 hours a day, shouting and screaming at people, other traders, all with the same objective, basically to siphon money out of your fellow traders' account into your own. There you are. You may notice me. I'm the shifty looking character there. No, I'm the one with the side parting. Now, many of my friends and family that know me and knew what I used to do for a living sometimes ask me, from time to time, do I miss the trading floor? Do I miss the hustle and bustle? Is my life any different now that I'm an independent trader working from my home office? Well, firstly, one aspect is certainly the same. I'm still here trying to outwit my fellow traders, trying to shift money from their trading account into my own trading account. But in reality, the two different lifestyles are canyons apart. The pits have grown for one thing. In the olden days, maybe I had 200 traders all standing around each other in their brightly coloured jackets, shouting and screaming. The pit has grown massively over the years. Now the pit is basically 1 million traders scattered all over the globe in more countries than I can possibly name. So when my brother asked me a while back, he said to me, how's your life changed from the floor to the screens? It inspired me to put this short video together, basically outlining the day in the life of a professional day trader. So before I get into the day in the life of a professional day trader, let me remind you to subscribe to the channel if you don't already do so. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification. That way you're going to get notified the moment my next video has been released. As always, follow us on Instagram and don't forget to follow us on Facebook as well. And if you follow us on Facebook, you can tune in live every Monday afternoon for a live streaming event where I highlight trading opportunities for the week ahead. It's proving very, very popular, so I hope to see you in there next weekend. So here's how my day starts. Now, I usually get to my office at about 6:30 in the morning. I know it's quite early, you can see it's dark outside, but it's a good time of the day for me to get into the office. Everything's very quiet, the house is quiet, so I can sit down and concentrate, fire up screens, and the first thing I do is take a look at the markets overnight to see what's been happening out in Asia. Now, often I will have trades running overnight, so I will have a look to see how these are faring up. If I need to manage them, I'll do that now by locking in profits, basically moving my trading stop should I need to. Now, for me, I generally don't check the markets when I'm away from the screens. So the only time I would be aware of what's going on in the market, price action and so forth, is when I'm at my desk. I'm not a big fan of using my mobile phone to check prices when I'm on the move. I find it just too distracting and too time consuming. Watching every pip move, every dollar gain or dollar lost in the account can be quite a distraction, as I say. But I do sleep easy, as with my open positions will always have an associated stop loss with the order. Stop loss, as you know, is basically an order that will exit a losing trade at a predetermined level in case it goes against me. So basically I'll never end up blowing up a trading account or doing any serious damage to the account should I have some losing trades. So I will check the open trades that I've had overnight. Have I been stopped out, or indeed have I taken any profits? And then I will update my trading journal. Now, it's an absolute must if you are serious about trading that you journal your trades, so that you keep a track of how your strategies are performing in far more detail than just looking at the account growing and the equity curve. Losing trades cost money, and I don't want to waste this money. We all have losing trades, that's all part of the business, but I don't want to waste this money. So I learn from my losing trades, and if you keep a journal and you're true to the journal, you are able to see in time the strengths and weaknesses of your strategy. And when you come to do your trading review, which you could do, I do mine every week, but some people do it maybe every month or so. But when you come to do your trading review, you can look back and see how the strategy was performing in certain characteristics of the market, certain days of the week, certain times of the day, everything about that particular trade. So a losing trade should not be a waste of money. Get some value back from the losing trade. Now you can write your own spreadsheet on Excel, or indeed you could buy one off the shelf, but I think it's very important that you journal your trades, and this is one of the first things I do in the mornings. I journal my trades that may have happened overnight. Okay, I'll also now be looking at my open trades to see if they need managing, where I need to move a stop, also to lock in profits, basically to move a trading stop or break-even stop or whatever. Now once I've managed my trades, I've updated my journal, it's time for me to update myself on the fundamental news that may have happened overnight. I like to keep abreast of the world events. I want to know what's going on in the different economies around the world. Now, I'm not a fundamental trader per se, so I don't trade the news as such, but I think for me at least it's important to know what is driving the markets, basically, what the other analysts are saying about the markets as well. I'm not generally swayed by what they say or what they write, but it is important for me at least to know what's going on. It's also important to keep aware of the upcoming news events for the day ahead. The last thing you want is to enter a trade just before a market sensitive news release, which could easily see your trade getting stopped out on an instant. So being aware of the day's events is very important. I'll generally jot them down on my pad here on the desk, but I'll also keep the bigger picture on my whiteboard, so for the really big events to look at for the week ahead. So I'm always keeping an eye on the news, the big events for the week, and the events that are likely to affect the market during the day as well. So keeping a track of news events is very important. So once I'm aware now of the news events, I look at the markets. I start scanning the markets, looking for some trading opportunities. And I start off by always looking at this. This is the momentum meter. Now, the momentum meter is free to all our members here at FOREX Signals. It basically tells me what an individual currency is doing in relation to the other currency. So I can see what a strong currency is against a weak currency. It forms a major part of my day trading strategies, and these are the exact same strategies that I teach in the FOREX Signals site and that we talk about throughout the trading day as well. So the momentum meter is the crucial part. So I look at that and then I start doing some scans on the individual currency pairs as we go. Now I also like to update my key support and resistance lines on the daily chart. Some of you may have seen my earlier video on how to draw support and resistance. Do go and check it out in your own time if you haven't already done so. But drawing the levels of support and resistance on the daily is a crucial part of my daily analysis. It keeps me out of trades. It improves my win-loss ratio, something you just would not believe. I also look for my potential trade setups, and to do this I also set myself alerts. Now I use the MT4 trading platform. I can set my alerts on this platform as well, so it will ping me or ping my iPhone if indeed a potential trade setup has presented itself. Now, as some of you know, I also run a live trading room here at FOREX Signals, and I stream at least twice a day. So I need to get ready for my morning stream, basically get myself all set up, the camera's going, and then we go live normally at about 11 o'clock London time. It's all scheduled out, where we look for trading opportunities as well. So the Forex streaming is a very important part of my morning routine as well. It also keeps me focused when I'm talking about markets to other people. It sometimes often is beneficial to me as much as it is to the trading room as well. So the live stream events is an integral part of my morning. Now, after my first stream, I'll generally take a break from the screens, go and have a coffee or a bite to eat. I think it's essential as a trader to take regular breaks from the screen, go off and walk the dog, go for a run some errands or whatever. It's not healthy for you, your mind or your body to be sitting in front of the screen for 8 hours a day. So get out and get some exercise.
Now, one of the great things about being an independent trader is that your time is your time. You're not working for someone else, and it's important to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Time away from the screens. Get out, get some fresh air. It's good for the mind, it's good for the body, it's also good for your trading as well to take a break from those screens. What better way to spend the afternoon or a couple of hours walking the dog, getting back to the screens all nice and refreshed for the afternoon session. I can actually zoom in here. You can actually see the shard. I don't know if you can see it on the camera here. That's basically the site where I basically started working almost 30 years ago in the city of London. I know where I'd much rather be now, out here in the countryside. I know where he'd rather be, certainly.
So back to the screens for the afternoon session. The US session starts at 8 AM New York time, which is basically 1 PM London time. It's a great time of the day. It's the most active, the most amount of traders are taking part at that time. You've got the overlap between the UK, Europe, and of course the US. So it's a great time of the day to trade. So I'm normally at my desk for the afternoon session and looking for some big moves should they happen. The US data is normally released at 1:30 London time. That's 8:30 New York time, so always making sure that we are on top of the news events that come out in the US. We've got a vibrant chat room at FOREX Signal, so I'm always getting involved in that. We've a whole bunch of traders in there all discussing and looking for trading opportunities, so I'm pretty much active in there all day long as well. And as I said, helping others looking for opportunities often helps myself as well. Trading can be a lonely business, but of course if you're a part of a community such as we have here at forexsignals.com, then it makes the day all that much more pleasurable and profitable, I think. Just at the end of the day, I do a London Forex market wrap, another live stream discussing the day's events, and also the US are in the middle of their day, so there's some opportunities in there as well. That's normally at about 5 PM London time. After that, I would normally finish for the day. And once I'm off the screens, I am off the screens. As I said, I don't rely on my mobile phone to keep an eye on prices. I'll leave that for when I'm sitting at my desk. Okay, so I hope you found that video useful, slightly different than the usual content. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. Don't forget to leave a comment. And of course, if you subscribe to the channel, don't forget to hit that notification. You'll get notified the moment my next video has been released. Follow us on Instagram and of course, Facebook. I'll see you Monday afternoon for the live streaming event, 2 PM London time. Till the next video, happy trading and good luck.